and it's crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity.
At that point, there was not a proper marketing structure, which is quite a challenge, but also it's quite fascinating. You need a manager, a CEO, or yourself to believe in the blog. But because creating content and creating a blog is really hard, and you have to be really dedicated and thinking the long term. We are giving our product for free. Yeah, we actually believe in solid transparency and be transparent with your actions. One of the things that you have to understand on marketing is that you are testing things, you are failing, and then you will have some success at some point, but you have to fail a lot and try different things, see what stick up, analyze, evaluate, do it again, and so on. Great companies are my main source for inspiration on marketing.
Hello and welcome to WeMarketers podcast. I'm Andrew and my today's guest is Albert Mercade, marketing manager at TalentUp.io, salary and talent data benchmarking platform. Albert, happy to have you today, and to kick off our conversation, tell me a little bit more about how it all started with TalentUp.io and actually how you became the part of the team.
Thank you, Andrew, for having me. It all started 4 years ago. I started as an intern in TalentUp. I was coming from amazing internship in Welcome to the Jungle, a company from France. Jordi, our CEO, was looking for someone that has a little bit experience in marketing, in content, to start to develop the strategy for marketing for TalentUp. Well, I talked with him. At that point, there was a really small team of 3 persons, with me 4 persons. It was a match. I really like the mission of the company to provide solid information, companies that are in really need of. And yes, that's my start here.
And as you started from the very beginning to work in TalentUp, how did you prioritize all these marketing tasks that you had? I assume you had a lot of different things to choose from, content marketing to paid advertising. But when you start doing this, it's always a big choice.
Yes, of course. Have in mind that at that point, there was not a proper marketing structure, which is quite a challenge, but also it's quite fascinating. Usually when marketers start at a company, there is some kind of a structure. If you don't start the company from scratch, there's a structure. You have colleagues that work on the same team as you, and you have like a guide of what to do and how to do it. But at that moment, as I told you, there was not like a proper marketing structure. There was not any actions of movement. So my initial task there was understand really well what the company was doing. So I can get that information and take it out there to our public, to our main public, and also understand really well our persona or main public to see what are the needs and how we can meet and resolve them. My mission at the very beginning was to start moving things, moving all these actions. I start with very basic actions like start posting on LinkedIn. Then we move to make some proper content, start a WordPress blog, start producing content, see what sticks, see what not. I start doing also interviews, writing interviews with several people just to get to know for myself and also to get people know TalentUp. And well, these were like the first actions. Of course, then we move really fast in producing reports and getting out there to get leads. And yes, I will say that my priority was understanding the market, understanding TalentUp, see how we can promote TalentUp through the different tools that we already have. At that moment, I was not thinking on paying ads or investing money in any tool. I just want to play with what I already have with no cost, see what sticks, and then start working through there. And I would say it was really nice moment. We understand how to do things and how to work on them.
And over the years, what strategies do you see the most effective in promoting your platform?
First of all, is the web and the blog. The web and the blog have been a true lead magnet for the platform. So the blog now is working pretty well. It not has been like this always. It has been a great fight to take the content on there and that people read our content. But yes, I will say that one of the more effective actions have been the blog, the content that we produce for the blog, and also the continuous improve of content for the web, not blog, not articles, but the content for the web itself. It's really important to always examine the data and to revise the blog and the web continuously to see how improve it, how people interact with your web, how you can make content to appeal them. For instance, now in the web, I'm talking about the blog now, just web. In the web, we have different pages called free salaries and free companies. When we offer like a bit of information for salaries in different roles and locations and salaries in different companies. That has been a true lead magnet. People searching for salaries for some role in Barcelona, for instance, I don't know, marketing manager. How much does a marketing manager does in Barcelona, Madrid, London? It's probably that TalentUp pops up or search, and that has been a lot of people interested in salaries on the information we have on our platform. Getting to this point, it's been a long journey, but I will say this is now our main lead magnets, the web and the blog.
It's very smart strategy. And how do you decide which pages to create?
It's a really good question. It's really important to understand really in depth your public and your tool. Once you have this, you can try to project to imagine what kind of content you can create. Once you have that, you only have one step of the path. Now you have to take something out there, something that you have really work, some content, some page. And once it's out there, you can start to analyze what is working, what is not working, how people click, how people enter to this page, how they arrive. And that is the most difficult part, maybe. Analyze in depth these pages and see how you can make them work properly.
And when we are talking about blog, actually, for me, this is one of my favorite content marketing tools. So when I start with a new project, my first suggestion is let's create blog and just do it for long-term benefits. So my question to you, any piece of advice how to create effective blog?
First of all, I am agree with you. I think one of the most important parts or strategies that you can make as a marketer is to create content and to create a blog. But first of all, I will also tell that you need a manager, a CEO, or yourself to believe in the blog. But because creating content and creating a blog is really hard, and you have to be really dedicated and thinking the long term. It's not probable that you create a blog and at the first month you have thousands of visits and get a lot of leads. And some people struggle with this. They want to see immediate results. So you have to be in the same page with your company or the people that is with you to understand this. So blog is a long-term strategy, but it's a really good one. So my advice will be consistent, work really hard the SEO, and don't stop publishing. Publish at least every week. If you can twice, three times a week, do it and see what content sticks out there. Analyze always the content that you're producing, what is working, what is getting you visitors. Then try to produce more content like that one. And you will find that you are creating pieces that have more and more views. You are getting more and more customers. And that's it. Consistency and analyzing the content that you create continuously.
And regarding tools that you use to analyze efficiency of your blog, what tools do you use? Google Analytics and Search Console, is it enough for you or do you use something additional?
I really like Google Analytics. I know there are plenty of tools out there that can give you a lot of insights too, like SEMrush or HubSpot or so, but I've been working pretty hard with Google Analytics. Also, I use Hotjar and at some point I use Clarity too. These are really great tools also to see how people interact with your web. But yes, I will tell you that mainly my tool for analyzing content, web and blog is Google Analytics.
And blog, it's a great part of marketing strategy. And if we are talking about some other strategies, could you share some campaign that you are particularly proud of?
Yeah, of course. Apart from the blog, one of the things that I feel more proud of, it will be the reports, science marketing reports that we been making for several years now. So, well, as a science marketing tool, we have a lot of data, of salary data regarding talent and salaries from different sectors, cities. So we have a really privileged data. And we wanted to show this. Of course, we made content, we made insights that we share on the blog and on our LinkedIn page, but also we created a syringe marking that we produce every year. We produce two, one for the Americas and then one for Europe, where we put all of information and efforts there to create a really magnificent piece of syringe marking. I think what I can say now, but I think it's one of the best out there because we really provide a lot of information of high quality that it's very difficult to find somewhere else. And we provide it for free, just to get out there, try to bring a lot of leads, and it's actually worked pretty well these few years. It's a piece of content that is downloaded every day continuously. We have downloads every day of this. It's actually something to be proud of. We are preparing right now the next one for Europe. It will be launched in October, probably. Yes, but excited about that too.
This is so exciting. And actually, I knew about your company from Fed, our recruiter who shared your report on our company chat. And I reached out to you and we collaborated on creating such kind of content piece. And I have a question in this regard. Data actually is what you sell, is how you make money. And at the same time, you're just giving away a lot of data to the market. Does it pay off?
Yeah, it's a strange, right? We are giving our product for free. Yeah, we actually believe in solid transparency and be transparent with your actions. So our reports are a reflection of that. We are pretty transparent with our product, with our pricing, or with how we do things. So this is a sample, a really great samples of what we have on our platform. And then we deliver it for free because we think that if you are really interested in a product like ours, you will see this data. And if you're interested in that data, you will end buying our solution because it's affordable, it's accessible, it's easy to use, and we don't have to hide this data. At the end, it's just a sample. If you want to go to a really specific location profile with a really specific seniority, then you should get to our salary platform and see the specific data that you are looking for. At the end, the salary benchmarking gives you a really valuable data, but it's broader. If you want something more specific, you should end buying the solution. At the other hand, if you think like solutions, we are really different. But if you think, for instance, on Spotify or YouTube, you can access to a lot of content for free. And then if you are a heavy user or you are really interested, you can finally purchase their solution, their subscription. We are following like this path also. We want to provide a lot of value, getting us known, that people share a report, say, hey, look, this data. And if the end you need a more complete site benchmarking, we are there for you.
This is absolutely great. I'm listening to you and realize that it's such a great transparency approach just to give away to people and people will get back to you. My next question is more on a practical note. So if we compare downloadable content like reports, researches, and content on a blog, what is more effective? Have you noticed something interesting in terms of lead generation? Because downloadable content needs a lot of effort into creating design, content production, a lot of data, right? With blog, it works a little bit different way, but from your experience, what is more effective?
In terms of effect, my first response will be no. It's the blog, the web page is where where we get the most leads. But if we stop and think it properly, when we launch these reports, the effect maybe is not the leads itself; it's the notoriety that give you to launch a report like this. Then this report is working non-stop, 24 hours per day, 7 days a week. We got a lot of downloads from the report. So it's actually a thing that people is downloading from our database. Then we get in our newsletter, these people that download the report, and we are in contact with them. So actually this report gets a lot of people to the web or to our blog when we share with them the newsletter made. So at the end, the report is another step in the web or the blog because We also get insights for this report that transform in article pieces or in insight that we share later with the newsletter. So I would say that it's really integrated in our content for the blog and on the web. And at some point, it's the same because it's all connected with one another. Yeah.
My next question is about challenges. Can you share something difficult that happened along the way, or maybe right now is happening?
One of the things that I enjoy the most of being a marketer or marketing manager here at TalentUp has been transform all the activity that there is in the web, in the blog, downloading the reports, how people interact in data that I can present, that I can understand to see how we should or we could add to better things, to get more leads, to get more interactions, to get more subscribers. And this is the major challenge that I faced. I entered like 4 years ago. When I entered, there was a lot of things happening, but there was no numbers for it. And now I put all these things that is happening in numbers through Google Analytics, through Clarity, through our proper database using SQL commands. And this has been the major challenge for me and the most exciting one, actually, to analyze and put marketing into purely data in numbers and see how we are performing and how can we better ourselves.
Do you use maybe any specific tools for marketing data?
Yes, we actually have plenty of tools to manage leads. For instance, one of them is the Proper Apollo or Mailjet database. Also, we have our own our own database, sorry, and we use Kibana, MySQL, Cloudbeaver, and we have different tools to analyze our data, the data that we gather from the web, from the platform, apart from tools like Google Analytics or Apollo, or we have our proper database, and we use that a lot.
As you are dealing with salary benchmarking, share a little bit about salaries in marketing industry. What trends, what to expect, and so on.
Well, the marketing industry is really diverse. You can find a lot of different kind of companies and sectors that they understand marketing really different. I will tell you that there are a lot of companies that are willing to pay really well professionals that can get really good marketing actions baked with data. But at the same time, I found that there is a lot of people that actually didn't understand what marketing does. We are in 2024. You can find really frightening or really scary job ads asking for a junior marketer that does everything. In that cases, I am a little worried to see that. But I will say that there are plenty of great options and salaries in Europe, but sometimes they are hard to find. Right now, we are better than was like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. And I think people, understand more and more what marketing can do and cannot. Professionals, step by step, being more recognized.
And what about marketers? Can they use your platform for free or any other options just to register and check salaries?
Sure. Thank you for asking that. Yeah, of course. Any marketer can go to our platform and you will have a one free search where you can search your specialty. I don't know. I am a content marketing junior and then search it. I'm working in Amsterdam and you can put it and you will see actual information for that site in that location. Yeah. You can use our platform. We have information for tech, but also for marketing, of course, and a lot of fields.
Yeah, this is great. This is very useful. To wrap up, what is the one piece of advice you would give to your younger self who just started working at TalentUp?
That's a good one. Well, I have to have patience. We will not grow in 1 month. We will grow a lot, but we will have to have time. And also that I trust my team. I think we are what we are now at TalentUp. Thank you for the data team, my colleagues on marketing now. We are getting bigger, having people to rely on. The data team is invaluable to get data and put it out there. Also, I could not make any of what we made on my own only. I have a lot of help along the way. and trust my team, my abilities, and fail a lot, fail more, and feel better. One of the things that you have to understand on marketing is that you are testing things, you are failing, and then you will have some success at some point, but you have to fail a lot and try different things, see what stick up, analyze, evaluate, do it again, and so on.
Great words. In the end, I have a couple of blitz questions that I ask to all of my guests. So the first one, what is your favorite marketing tool and why?
The databases that we are producing ourselves, that we can manage then with SQL commands to see how our visitors or clients go through our platform, through our web. This gives me an invaluable source of information. So yes, the database is powered by SQL that we have implemented. And yeah, maybe Google Analytics that I know it's not very popular in some areas, but I really use that too.
Maybe in the future you will create a product out of your databases, like it usually happens.
Who knows?
Next question. If you had a marketing superpower, which one would you choose?
In line what I have been telling you or saying, it will be to know in depth every customer, every client, every visitor that comes to our web, how they get to there, what have they been thinking, get all this knowledge and have it. It will be amazing, but because I could then work on a super profound level on the content on the web. So it will be that know in depth every person that come to TalentUp, how they come, what they thought about the web. That will be the superpower.
What are your go-to sources for marketing inspiration?
Well, my main sources for marketing inspiration, besides all the resources that are in the web, I will say that are the webs and the action of those companies that I think that they are doing pretty good. I have to say that one of them is Matcher. I really think that your web is super good. You have what you have to have, explain everything super easily, very accessible. I like to see what's like the one that you have on Matcher or others and see and analyze how you do things and see if we can implement some of them in our web or how to improve things based on what we see in our competition, like Ota, like Matcher. Great companies are my main source for inspiration on marketing. Better than seeing something in a blog or a podcast. Of course, I actually like a lot Content Marketing Institute or Marketing Over Coffee. There are great web and a podcast that I like to see. But if you want to learn marketing and how to do things, go to people that is already doing it and doing it properly and see how they make things. And then from that, start to research how to do it and how they have been doing it. Yeah.
What question should I ask to my next guest from you?
Yes, I think it will be really nice to see how they see the role of AI evolving in marketing over the next years. Like, I will say not 5, but 2 years, how will be a marketing, how they see it, and what strategies we should adapt to stay ahead of the group.
I will definitely ask. Thank you, Albert, for insightful conversation. Thank you for your insights, energy, and amazing smile.
Thank you. Thank you.
And goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Winning is crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity.